Welcome to Something to Say, where we bring voices from diverse backgrounds who will share their unique stories and perspectives on finding their passion and provide insights on how you can find yours. Join us as host Greg DeShields guides us through this enlightening journey.
Welcome to a special episode of Something to Say Podcast, a unique platform that amplifies the voices of individuals from various backgrounds sharing your passion. I'm your host, Greg DeShields, and I'm pleased to bring you another episode of Something to Say. However, today is a very special podcast because once again, we have the pleasure of interviewing Karin Aaron. How are you, Karin?
Hi, Greg. How are you? It's always good to see you.
I am doing great. And it's been almost 2 years. I think you were either our first or our second guest that we interviewed on Something to Say. So there is a bit of a milestone. But what have you been up to since we did our last interview?
My gosh, it's been crazy, crazy, crazy. But I will say everything is working in for its good. So things have been doing very well. I think when we met 2 years ago, we were talking about the Green Book experience. We were talking about a little bit of the Green Book Institute. And one of the milestones that we did over the last year is that the Green Book Institute is an official 501c3 organization based out of Philadelphia. So what that did, it allows us to kind of talk to all demographics. It allows us to go ahead and be mission focused on what we're trying to do around cultural tourism and the historic Green Book. It just allowed us to be more open and transparent about the work that we want to do. So it's been an amazing journey. We've been on the road with the Travel and Adventure Show family. We've been at different trade shows. We did the Cultural Tourism Awards. It's just been absolutely fabulous. So I've been busy. My partner in crime, David Jackson, has been equally busy. So we're just excited about this new phase that we're coming into.
Well, I'm really excited as you talk about some of the milestones of really helping to create that legitimate platform of your organization, because it offers you an opportunity to get into arenas and discussions that will enable you to be a solid contributor in terms of looking at the travel tourism industry and how you're able to influence it. And I know there's been a number of industry related events that you've gone to. And maybe you could just give us a little bit of the highlights because I know you've gone to some great industry events.
Yeah, so one of the biggest things that we've done is that we partnered with the Travel and Adventure Show. And this outfit, there's a group, they're out of Florida, I believe. And they have 9 travel shows that they do every year across the country. And 2 years ago, when we partnered with them, we were doing it from the lens of cultural tourism. In fact, our presentation on stage was 5 cool places from the past, present, and future. And it's interesting because that audience, it's a consumer show. So people come from all over in all these different cities and they hear from a lot of different speakers and see a lot of different destinations. But they didn't really have a platform where it was talking about cultural tourism, just kind of in the lens of what does authenticity experiences look like when you're traveling. So we went through year 1 with them. We did 5 cities, and then we went through year 2 with them. So it's just proven to be, we've become that group on stage where you want to hear from. We talk about what's emerging. We're talking about where to go. We have some great travel partners that joined us. And then also we stayed connected with our industry family. So we're still connected with Destinations International. We're still connected with National Tourism Association. We actually spoke and did an amazing session with CITA this year, which was down in Savannah, around cultural tourism and cultural experiences for a 5th grader. So we really tried to stay really linear to what our mission is, which is to connect the cultural stories and experiences around the tour and travel market to the general marketplace. And that's why we've stayed kind of connected in our industry to make sure that nothing is missed. So it's been very, very busy, but we're excited about where we're going.
Well, I have to give a big shout out to you because I know you attended a travel show in New York City, and I had a chance to see you guys in action while you were there. So congrats. And,
Yeah.
certainly to the audience, I would say it was interesting as I listened to you talk about what you do, but it was another thing to be in the audience and see how it impact a lot of people. In many cases, they had actually been in some of the other cities you have been in, and they were in New
Yes.
York, and they were saying how great it was to see you there. So a big kudos to you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, we're doing it. We're doing it. We are not letting this go. So
Right.
we're doing it.
Well, it's funny. So now this is a special
Yeah.
promo podcast, and I don't want to give anything away, but I have posted on our website about the fact that Something to Say is growing.
Yeah.
And in that vein, I guess for me, one of the things I wanted to talk about was creating a spinoff. Now, don't
Mhm.
want to get too deep into it, but as I was preparing for this, I wanted to think of some of the successful interpretations of a spinoff that I've seen on television with a show. So the one that comes to mind is and I know I'm certainly going to show my age, but I remember All in the Family. They had like how many spinoffs? They had like the Jeffersons, and they had Maude, and they
Mhm.
had Frank's Place. I mean, they had all of these incredible spinoffs, which means sometimes a great idea can serve as a platform or
Yeah.
runway to other new ideas. So can you think of perhaps a spinoff that you were familiar with in a television show?
Oh my gosh. So you can't forget about the Cosby Show, which spun off to a different world, which spun off to some of the other great sitcom comedies that we all grew up on. And then you still got some that are coming back today. Like you said, I think Friends are coming back for the umpteenth time. So what people love to do is they like to kind of lean into the nostalgia of their childhood and just kind of see where characters go from then to now. So it's amazing how I sit up here and if you log on to tune to USA or the TNT network and you say, "Oh yeah, I remember that
That's
episode from
it.
1986." Or the clothes, you say, "Oh yeah, I wore the baggy clothes and the platform shoes." So yeah, it's always a lane where we try to hold on to our youth as much as possible, right?
Sure. Well, that concept of a spinoff is something that we're really excited about. And while we want to keep our audience in a mystery as long as we possibly can, because I know we're going to do a couple more episodes, I should point out to our audience that we
Yep.
are going to do a collaborative spinoff from Something to Say with you, Karin. Now, here's where you get the teaser. What is the name of our spinoff?
Okay, drum roll. Drum roll. So the name of our spinoff is called America's 250 Plus.
Now, we certainly don't want everyone to know exactly what that means yet, but you
Oh,
will certainly hear more about A250 Plus in the weeks to come. But
yeah,
Kara, why don't you maybe give us a little bit more of insight? When do you think we'll launch it?
we're excited to launch the podcast. So I'm excited for our lineup of guests, our lineup of locations, and you hear from people who love what they do that will absolutely talk about what America's 250 Plus really is about.
Well, thank you so much for sharing that. And I am
Mm.
excited to see this evolution of Something to Say with now a new spinoff called A250 Plus. So,
Yeah.
listeners, we hope you've enjoyed this brief but insightful podcast, sharing with you some of the exciting expansion that will take place of Something to Say in January 2025. Karen, thank you so much for being with us today.
Yes, love it, love it, love it. We are ready, and you're going to be to our listening audience. You will not be disappointed. I promise you. Make
Fantastic.
sure you stay tuned in and get ready for a great lineup and a great year.
And listeners, thank you so much for listening to our podcast. Feel free to visit us at any time on our website. And we thank you so much for joining us. Have a great day.
Thank you, guys. See you soon.
Thank you for tuning in to Something to Say. We trust you found some valuable insights and takeaways that can help you find your passion. Don't miss out on future episodes. Please subscribe, rate, and review us on your preferred platform. We value your feedback and suggestions, so let us know how we can serve you better. Keep the conversation going and stay inspired until we meet again. Take care and happy listening.